How's everybody doing? Give you guys a moment to drop in. As you can see in the title, guys, this is just a recap from this morning's walk and talk. For those of you who are familiar with the channel, you know every day we go live from 4:30 to 5 a.m. We walk, we talk, we motivate, we encourage, we talk about all the things that we're working on. And this is the first midday check-in that we've done. And it's essentially just for those people who weren't up at that time to kind of talk about what's important, talk about the things that are going to help us to continue to grow, continue to see success, build wealth, and just generate riches and opportunities for our families. One of the biggest things that's going to be responsible for that is going to be discipline. As you know, here at BNV Finance Fixers, we always talk about those four pillars of discipline. Those four pillars of discipline are going to always be the same. It's going to be um, repetition, consistency, and after repetition and consistency, you're gonna have your I'm blanking. Repetition, consistency, and then you're gonna have patience and perseverance. And so the reason that these are going to be important is because repetition and consistency are going to determine whether or not you're just capable of getting up and doing anything. Can you do anything repeatedly? And then can you do that repeated thing at a level of growth that you're going to continue to see as you move throughout your life? And then what you have when it comes to your patience and perseverance is, are you going to be able to endure when things get difficult? Are you going to be able to continue? The patience is just letting you know that it's not going to happen overnight. It's not instant gratification. You're not going to get it done in the first time you see it. It's not going to be done in the first 5 minutes. It's not going to be done, just because you want it to be done. You're not going to show up at a job and then 3 months later be running the office. However, if you continue to have patience, you persevere through the tough times. You know, the difficult times when things don't seem like they're going your way. Excuse me, those times where it looks like, oh, well, the job doesn't like me, or my manager has a problem with me. You persevere and you continue to work on you, because you understand that your purpose, where you're going, and your goals are not driven by how other people see you. It's not driven by what other people believe is possible or what other people think should happen. It's driven by you. And I want to invite you all in. I want to encourage you today, and I want to motivate you here in the middle of your day. For a lot of people right now, it's 2 o'clock on the East Coast. It's 1 o'clock in central United States, and it's noon over on the West Coast. Possibly 11 o'clock, depending on, I don't know exactly how the time changes do right now across the country, but I believe we should be 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then noon, possibly 11. So, hey, money, how you doing, man? Brick mode. Okay. So the main thing to keep in mind, guys, is when you're out there and you're doing this work. Thanks for checking in. I know what's behind me. I make sure that I keep make sure I keep my people on point. I appreciate you guys checking in. Please drop a thumbs up. Thanks for checking in. This is the midday check-in. We're just talking about discipline. We're talking about motivation, and we're talking about staying focused on completing our objectives and our goals. Guys, main thing here is going to be focus. Focus is going to be a big deal. And how do you maintain focus? You maintain focus through discipline. And why is focus so important? Well, here's why focus is important, people. If you do not have the ability to maintain your focus, then you're not going to have the ability to continue to work on your objectives. The science has shown that if you break focus, it takes about 23 minutes to get back on focus onto any task, to get completely back on focus. And so, what we need to do in order to make sure we're focusing is we need to be able to close things out, right? We need to be able to shut things down. We need to be able to say, hey, it doesn't matter what other people are doing. It doesn't matter how other people approach it. But for me, my focus means that I need to find, hey, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I need to find a way to be able to see what my objective is, set my purpose, set my plan, and then work towards it, right? So a lot of people can get a clock started. A lot of people can get an event started, get an activity started, but not stay focused on it. And if you don't maintain your focus, then you're really going to have trouble getting things done. And so, what I'm going to definitely try to do here is encourage everyone who is working, encourage everyone out there who is stopping past. If you're just dropping in, just your first time seeing, please Give me a thumbs up, drop a little comment to say that it's your first time. I appreciate you stopping past. And if you see me here before, thanks again for coming back and visit again. I appreciate the thumbs up. And you guys can head over and see more about the channel. But the focus, the real focus on the work that we do, and I'm going to stay focused on saying focus. So you might hear that word a lot. So the primary thing that we want to do is make sure that when we're looking at the activities that we're being a part of, when we're looking at the things that we have planned for our life, that we are laser focused on understanding that there are steps that need to be taken, and as we take those steps, we are going to improve, we're going to move further along this path. Okay, and so hey, how you doing, my love? That's my beautiful wife. Thank you for checking in. I always love having you be a part. And I'm just going to say, guys, for some people, you're making comments in the chat. I don't have a moderator. I have like a chat bot that handles the chat. Certain things just aren't going to show up. So one of the reasons that's good is because if you're showing up and all you have is hate and all you have is disdain, it's not going to show up. It's not going to pop up. No one else is going to see it. So you're kind of wasting your time, whatever you're putting in on your keyboard. All it says on this end is that the message has been held. I'm not going to spend any time trying to see it. If the chat bot holds it, then I think it needs to be deleted. So that's all I want to say on that end. But for everyone who's here, and you're here for a positive reason, and you're here for positive reinforcement, and you're here to hear about how can you grow, what can you do to take active steps to improve your life, what can you do to achieve a higher degree of success, a higher degrees of income and wealth. Well, you've come to the right place because this is what we talk about here. Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And what we want to do is make sure when you come here and you want to be a part of this growth, if you have questions, feel free to ask those questions. If you understand the discipline dividend and how you can invest in your discipline and then the dividends that that will return to your life, whether it's improvement in your job, improvement in your relationships, improvement in your friendships, improvement across the board in your health or your finances, all of that makes an impact. And so it's very important while we're out here and we're doing this work and we're trying to find ourselves and we're trying to be move forward, that we stay focused. And I'm here in the middle of the day to let you know that you're not alone. And I know it gets hard in the middle of the day. A lot of times we wake up and we're like, hey, I'm full of fire, I'm ready to go, I'm prepared to go out and take care of everything that it has to do in my life. I'm prepared to go out and put in a whole lot of work, a whole lot of time. I'm serious and I'm ready. And then we get up and we get started, and then the day starts to catch up to us. And then some of that energy, that motivation starts to wear down. And we start to feel like we're being beat down and that we're not going to be able to achieve the things that we want to achieve. Here's what I'm here to tell you: it doesn't matter at that point whether or not you have the motivation if you have the discipline, because this is what the focus is, people. The focus is on discipline. It's not just on the motivation. And I'm here to tell you, but even though we are in the middle of the day, you're not alone. There are other people out there. There are people who are still working, who are still striving, people who are trying to grow their wealth. And in order for you to truly be able to grow your wealth, you have to understand that this isn't a get rich scheme. This isn't an overnight scheme. I'm not going to tell you, hey, do these 5 things and you're going to be rich in the morning. And that's not how it works. There are multiple steps. There are multiple steps to everything we do. But what I can tell you, and what I'll be completely serious with you about, and what I know because it's the life that I've lived, and it's how I've implemented these strategies in my life, is that discipline as a weapon can be pointed at anything and it can help you to achieve that goal. Okay, I spent years as a personal trainer, and as a personal trainer, I understood that I worked with a number of clients. And most of my clients came in believing that fitness was their challenge, believing that working out, believing that getting stronger was their goal. And the thing that you have to understand is that when it comes time for you to grow and get better and to get stronger with your goals and for you to continue to develop, in most of my clients' cases, it was not a physical thing. It was either a dietary thing or a mental thing. And many, many times it was an emotional thing. But discipline works in all of those areas because first you have to be able to identify what the issue is. And then once you identify what the issue is, hey, how you doing, brother? Thoughts, pleasure. Thanks for stopping in. Once you're able to identify what the issue is, you're then able to understand that, hey, I know what this issue is. I know there's a way for me to work on it. I know that there's a way for me to move forward. All right. And then once you say, hey, I know there's a way for me to move forward, you use discipline. Again, you want to use the repetition. You want to be able to use, brother checking in from India, pleasure. Thanks for stopping in. You want to be able to use the consistency of growth. You want to use the patience of understanding that it's not going to happen in the night, overnight. And you want to use the perseverance of knowing that as you go through this process, you're going to continue to see some challenges. They may pop up, but don't let those challenges stop you from doing the things that you're doing for your growth, guys. And I thank you all for stopping in here. Please, if you could drop a thumbs up and like, I would really appreciate it. I see you guys checking in from Denmark. Pleasure. Thank you, Selena, for checking in from Denmark. I see again we have someone checking in from India. Please, guys, the thumbs up. I would really appreciate a thumbs up. I really love the comments. Um, and my name is listed on the bio. It's on the channel. My name is Oloropo Bird. I am here. My wife and I, we run B&B Finance Fixers. And what this whole program is about is developing your personal discipline, your leadership skills, and using that to grow your wealth. And when you develop that information, it helps you become stronger and stronger. And that's what's going to be important, guys, is understanding that the work that we do is designed for us to be able to grow as individuals, understanding that we are our purpose and that by focusing on our purpose, we can help grow our life. I appreciate the like. And this is what I'm trying to say to you guys from this morning. As I told you again, every morning we get started with a 4:30 a.m. walk and talk. I'm up 4:30 on the East Coast of the United States. I spend a half an hour walking and we discuss the things that are important for our development. We discuss all of the things that are going to be important for us to be able to learn, for us to be able to um, grow, and for us to be able to develop our skill set, right? And so this morning's talk, as I said before, is about focus. And focus, it has to be intentional, right? We're not born with focus. If you watch children and you watch them and they're young, focus isn't the thing. And then because of today's society, all the things that are in today's society that are designed to distract us from television shows, from sports to politics to different groups at odds with other groups to conflict. All of these things are designed specifically to distract us because if we're focused on those things, we are not focused on us. We are not focused on our own growth. We're not focused on our own development. And I'm not saying that you need to not play sports. I'm not saying that you need to not enjoy sports. I'm saying that if you are in a position where you are challenged and you have financial situations that you want to improve, that your time can be better used than spending 6 hours on any given day or 4 hours on any given day sitting there and just watching sports. Because the people on the field, the people telling people talking on the screen, people running the commercials, all of those people are definitely making money. No, I do not currently play football. I'm beyond those years, but I will let you know that I do enjoy sports. I actually enjoy American football quite a bit. It's no shame for me sharing that my favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys. But even in saying that, I have to understand that that's a leisure that I need to be able to afford, right? So my wife and I, we have 7 children. And then for our 7 children, we have a vision and a purpose for their life. We're building generational wealth because I don't want my children starting from the same place that I started from, right? And so, um, in order for us to be able to know where we're going, for in order for us to be able to understand our development and our growth, and for us to plan and situate things for our family so that they are going and they're achieving the way that we want them to achieve, we have to be focused. We have to focus in on the details. We have to focus in on the things that are important to our growth, that are important to us becoming stronger as people, that are important to us developing the skill sets necessary in order for us to be truly beneficial and truly have value to those people who are most important to us. And so these are some of the things that I really like to share, and especially in the midday, because in the midday, like I said, I get up in the morning, and when I start to get up in the morning and I start to see that there are a lot of people out there, people who come in from different parts of the world who are looking for motivation, who are looking for that encouragement to move and to be active and to get started into their activities. I also understand that that motivation that I provide for them, that sense of support, that sense of ability to be able to get someone up and out and moving is something that I am encouraged about. It's something I feel strongly about. And it's something that allows for the people to start their day off in a strong point, because the beginning of the day sets up the rest of the day. And that's what's going to always be important, guys. And so this is the first midday check-in. I think this might be a nice element to add so we can just cover in the middle of the day a lot of the things that we started in the beginning of the day. And that's going to be today. Again, our primary focus here at BNV Finance Fixers is always going to be on the same thing. It's going to be on developing talent. It's going to be on developing discipline. And the way that we develop discipline and leadership skills is going to be by working with the four pillars of repetition, consistency, patience, and perseverance. And then using those skills to create discipline upon which we will build success and mastery. You will always see success before you see mastery, and you want to keep working on mastery to ensure your success never crumbles. It was great, guys. I thank you a lot for stopping in. Thoughts? Definitely focus on the skills that help you to grow. Appreciate the follow. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for everyone for being involved in the chat, and we'll see you next time. Remember, here at BNV Finance Fixers, we're here.